think university is a time where you find yourself. This is a time where I've truly learnt my potential and what I'm capable of.
We had 24 students from the University of Newcastle come along to Borneo. We spent 3 days in the Borneo jungle and we looked at orangutans in their habitat. It was amazing.
The skills that I've gained over those years and even watched and reflected on how much I've learnt, it amazes me.
I'm the first one in my family to graduate. My dad always said to me, he said, only brain can make a man. That means only knowledge can make a man. And I always had, the voice of my dad in the back of my head, saying that I could do it. Graduation was a major achievement in my life.
I started the university as an able-bodied kid, and then I had an accident after my second year. So that dream as a young kid from a disadvantaged background of throwing that cap and gown into it almost puts a tear in my eye of having that sense of achievement.
I was doing some volunteer work. One of the volunteer boss said to me that if you really like helping people, why don't you become a nurse? I want graduates to be bold, be courageous, and be your best.
I think it is very important to focus on your purpose because there will be a lot of issues, a lot of challenges facing ahead, and being able to overcome each time, I think it's what's important.
It's a wonderful feeling to be an alumni. You have this connection with other alumni, other students who have graduated.
Not just national, but also it's global scale.
Having a community behind you is probably the greatest thing you can have, apart from your family and friends, because it really is just a bigger version of them.
A family that is now around the world.
We've all come together as one, and we're all going to be lifelong friends.
I just enjoy the moment.
Words can't describe it.
It lasts a few seconds, but you really will remember it forever.
The world is your oyster. You really don't know what it's going to be tomorrow. You don't know what it's going to be the next day, but take every single opportunity that comes your way.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations, graduates.
Welcome to our global alumni community.
Welcome, graduates and guests, to this very special occasion. To comply with safety regulations, I'd like to point out the emergency exits in the Great Hall. Please note your nearest green emergency exit sign to locate your closest exit. For those with small children, there is a soundproof crying room located at the rear of the Great Hall. The ushers in the hall will be happy to assist if you need to access the crying room. A professional photographer will photograph each graduate as they cross the stage, and a copy of this photograph will be available to all graduates to access and share via their Facebook pages. Portrait photography is also available at the graduate reception in the Brennan Room after the ceremony. As a courtesy to everyone in the room, we ask that you switch your mobile phone to silent. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, we will instruct each graduate and your guests when it is time for you to leave your seats. Graduates, in May, you will be sent an invitation to complete the Graduate Outcomes Survey. This gathers feedback on your higher education experience to improve the experience of future students. We strive to provide the best university experience possible for our students, but this cannot be achieved without your valuable feedback. We would appreciate you watching for an email to your university account so that you can assist us with this. Some of the terminology used in today's ceremony may be unfamiliar to you. To assist in your appreciation of the ceremony, we have provided a history of graduation and an explanation of terms in the graduation booklet. The academic procession will enter the Great Hall in a few moments. When the procession enters, could you please rise and remain standing for the singing of the Australian National Anthem. At the conclusion of the ceremony, please rise when the Dias Party rises and remain standing until the Dias Party and the graduates have left the hall. We hope you enjoy this very special occasion. Thank you.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. With golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very special graduation ceremony. On behalf of the University of Newcastle, I respectfully acknowledge the traditional custodians, the Pambalong clan of the Awabakal people, and I pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. As Chancellor of the University and a student myself some time ago, I'm honoured to be able to celebrate with you this major milestone in your academic journey. Each of our university's graduates is unique, and each year through these ceremonies we celebrate their success. This year's graduates are indeed an inspiration. Before us sits a group of people whose determination and resilience is remarkable by any measure. We all know that the past 2 years have been unprecedented. The pandemic has had a profound impact on everyone in this room, and the crisis came right on the heels of major natural disasters of floods and fires, which had already taken a toll on many of our students. This ceremony acknowledges your drive and determination to succeed. Graduates, today you take with you a degree from one of the finest institutions in the world. Newcastle is acknowledged for delivering excellence in education to some 39,000 students. Our degree programs are designed to prepare you for life and work after you graduate and connect you with your industries and communities. Similarly, our research is focused on delivering impact and innovation with a steady focus on working with partners to support the development of our regions. The University's focus on excellence in education and research sits hand in glove with a long-held commitment to equity. We offer the opportunity of education to students from all walks of life who have talent and determination. 1/4 of our students are from low socio-economic backgrounds, and we have the largest number of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students of any Australian university. We are proud of every student, and we are committed to providing the best learning environment and opportunities to help them realise their potential. Today's celebration of the completion of your studies marks another important milestone: your entry into the University of Newcastle's global alumni community, and you're in very good company. One example is Dr. Bharvi Ravindran, who graduated in 2019 and is now a junior doctor in the Hunter New England region. Dr. Bharvi held numerous positions on medical boards, including the Australian Medical Council and Medical Students Accreditation Committee, which is responsible for the accreditation of the 24 medical schools across Australia and New Zealand. He's worked with the United Nations and World Health Organisation on a number of leading international population health projects, and in 2016 convened the Global Health Conference in Newcastle. Bharvi's passionate about continuing his work in public health for people living in developing countries, and we can't wait to see the impact that Bharvi has throughout his career. The other point I'd make about Bharvi, he was elected 3 times, which is unprecedented, to the University of Newcastle's council. and made a tremendous contribution. And one of the things that gives Newcastle University its strength is the calibre of students who are elected to council. And certainly during my time here in the last 9 years, we've had outstanding student representation, and Barbie was one of those. You are now united with achievers like Barbie and the people sitting around you as an alumni of this university. Our alumni network of passionate and talented people now stretches across the world. It comprises in total 161,000 members in 152 countries. You now have access to this global community, along with opportunities for ongoing learning, professional development and personal enrichment. We look forward to watching you flourish in your career. Look ahead with confidence, knowing you'll always be part of this university. Today is the culmination of many years of hard work, and this ceremony is a symbol of all you've experienced and achieved during your time here at the university. This includes an acknowledgement of the support of your family and friends who've been with you every step of the way to today. To family and friends, we sincerely thank you for the important role you've played in reaching this important milestone. We also realise that everyone here is looking forward to watching a special person cross the stage and receive their testament. We'd be very happy if you gave them a cheer and some encouragement when that happens, because with audience involvement within reasonable bounds, it brings this ceremony to life, and please do so. I now call on our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Alex Zielinski, to introduce today's occasional speaker. Thanks, Alex.
Thank you, Chancellor. Good morning, everyone. It's just great to see the great hall full of people again, and certainly to our graduates today, congratulations and welcome back to the university. I know it's been a tough couple of years, but we hope this is not the last time you're back at the university, but you'll have that association as alumni, and you're always welcome back here anytime. And to family and friends who are here, this is a public university, a public institution, and you're always welcome here to our university. It is a university of the community for the community. But today, it's my great pleasure to invite Professor Z. Upton to deliver today's occasional address. Professor Upton is a biochemist by training and is the University of Newcastle's Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Research and Innovation. She joined the university as Pro-Vice-Chancellor of the College of Health, Medicine and Wellbeing in May last year. Professor Upton has a significant record of research in skin, wounds and tissue repair, spanning many disciplinary boundaries. Prior to joining the university, Z spent 6 years in Singapore, where she was the Executive Director of the Skin Research Institute of Singapore, a tripartite research initiative between Nanyang Technology University, the National Health Group and the Agency for Science, Technology and Research, or ASTAR, and as the Executive Director of the ASTAR Institute of Medical Biology. In these roles, Z facilitated extensive collaboration with industry, many via the Wound Care Innovation for Tropical Industry Alignment Prepositioning program is also she established and led. Preceding this, she spent 15 years at the Queensland University of Technology, or QU2, where she held senior management and leadership positions, as well as establishing the Wound Management Innovation Cooperative Research Centre, and formed a startup that ultimately listed on the Australian Stock Exchange. One of the things I'm always very attracted about Z joining our university is because she's very passionate about innovation. Innovation is one of those words that's sometimes used quite often, but you've got to know what it actually means and how to act on it. And I love the way that Z always talks about turning ideas into successes. And that's what we here at the university embrace, and particularly encourage our students to get behind innovation and think about how they can embrace it as part of their work. I'm delighted that Z is able to join us on this very special occasion for our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Professor Z. Upton to deliver the occasional address.
Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor and President, distinguished guests, members of staff, ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, graduates, parents and families. This is a very special day for so many of you, and it's my great honour to be able to talk to you. First and foremost, congratulations to all of you. Each of you graduating today has had to work hard as an individual to face the challenges of learning, of understanding, and of examination. Your family and friends have also helped you on this journey, providing support and encouragement to help you, their son or daughter, brother or sister, or friend, to face and overcome these challenges. I know somewhat how your parents feel, as I will soon attend my own daughter's PhD graduation as a proud mother. This will be a particularly special moment for me, as I'm a first in family. That is, I was the first person on either side of my family to go to university and complete a degree. So I've experienced firsthand the power of education in transforming lives. It has transformed my life and in turn my children's lives. I never imagined when I was growing up in a small country town in South Australia that I would go on to get a science degree, an honours degree and a PhD. In fact, I didn't even know what an honours or a PhD meant. I never imagined that I would make discoveries in science that would lead to me forming a startup, that would then go on to list on the Australian Stock Exchange, would lead to manufacturing in Europe, Canada and the USA, and then to clinical trials in patients in Australia, Europe, Canada and the USA. And what I would love to tell you that I went on to become a biotech multimillionaire. Unfortunately, the technology failed to reach significance in the pivotal phase 2B clinical trials. So I also know what failure feels like, and I've learned from this. I also never imagined that I would travel the world, that I would spend 6 fast-paced years in Singapore, leading 2 internationally leading research institutes. And all of this happened because of having access to education. I'm sure that many of you graduating today are also the first in your family and will go on to see your children, and indeed your grandchildren, also benefit from university education. I know and appreciate that my study at university expanded not just my knowledge, but also the range of opportunities available to me in life. And I know that your university education will open up amazing opportunities for you as well. This is because education and learning is the bedrock of a rational, compassionate and fair society, and one in which you, as graduates of the College of Health, Medicine and Wellbeing, have a pivotal role. As the last 2 years have shown us, we live in a rapidly changing world where unexpected curveballs such as COVID-19 delivered enormous disruption, but at the same time promise through innovation. While we witness with pride and wonder new breakthroughs in technology and understanding, with new diagnostics and vaccines produced with unimagined speed, it also exposed inadequacies in health systems and strains on the public health system worldwide. In particular, the pandemic put unprecedented stress on the public health data supply chain. The ability of public health authorities to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic was hampered by 2 key drivers: manual processes for data transmission and incomplete information when reports were made. Delays or lack in data from providers, combined with the sheer volume of cases, often impeded our ability to implement case-based control measures. This highlights the importance of funding to innovate our public health data and infrastructure systems. It is vital to protect our world health security. So when we look past the pandemic and into the future, a sustained commitment to build a 21st century data superhighway to speed the seamless exchange of data for all diseases and conditions is clearly needed. It will help predict and prevent public health threats before they occur and will ultimately improve and protect the world's health. In order to do this, our society needs to be educated. We need to have a community that is highly literate in clinical sciences, biological sciences, engineering, data technologies, as well as social and cultural systems. And with citizens who are open-minded, who listen to differing points of view, who can think critically and strategically, and are culturally and gender inclusive. This is the way that innovation can have impact. Educating and championing such citizens is needed so that we can keep up with technology development and can participate in an informed way to ensure that new technologies contribute to, shape and positively influence our world. This will apply not just to healthcare, but also to the other great challenges we face, such as climate change, where it is important for us to understand and communicate the causes, health risks and consequences of climate change, as well as mitigating actions and adaptation to climate change at both the individual and population levels. So I encourage you all to enjoy and celebrate your achievements today, to go forth on your personal journeys, to be successful, productive, innovative, happy, impactful, and contribute positively to our world. But recognise that this requires you to not only be academically smart, but also creative and courageous, and to think globally and with humanity so that we maintain a free and just society. Remember also that those of us who have been fortunate to have been educated have no greater duty than to pass on our education freely and compassionately to others. We must never, ever stop trying to learn more, and with open minds and hearts and with great humility, as we know that we have much, much more to learn ourselves. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Upton, for your occasional address, and so relevant to this particular audience. We're very fortunate that Professor Upton has joined this university at this time, because probably the rate of change in your professional fields has never been greater and is certain to continue. So the translation of learning and knowledge and research into patient outcomes is a wonderful opportunity into the future. And as Zia's shared with us her journey, yours are potentially equally as exciting. So we hope you take inspiration from her journey and the position she holds in this university. We are somewhat unique. We have the highest external funding of research of any Australian university per researcher, and that is confirmation to us that we're focused on the right things, and translating what we do here into patient outcomes will continue to be an imperative. So thank you, Zee, indeed, for your occasional address today. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to a very important aspect of this ceremony. And for this, I'd like to ask the graduates, would you all please stand? Graduates? As Chancellor of this university, I now officially confer awards to all those candidates who fulfilled the conditions for admissions of that award. Congratulations. And I wonder if, yep, thank you. Thanks very much. Please be seated. I now call on Professor Elizabeth Sullivan, Pro-Vice Chancellor for the College of Health, Medicine and Wellbeing, to present today's graduates. Thanks, Liz.
Chancellor, I present to you the candidates who have fulfilled the conditions for admission to the awards of this university. Chancellor, Doctor of Philosophy graduates have undertaken a program of independent supervised study for the equivalent of up to 4 years full-time study. These graduates have produced significant and original research outcomes, culminating in a thesis which has been independently examined by international experts. Today, the university is proud to honour graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of Doctor of Philosophy. Chancellor, I present to you Una Issa Salam Al-Adani. Dr. Al-Adani's thesis is entitled Advanced Magnetic Resonance Spectroscopic Techniques for Neurometabolic Profiling of Multiple Sclerosis. Dr. Al-Adani. Winifred Asar-Duku. Dr. Asar-Duku's thesis is entitled Mental Health of the Mining Industry in Ghana and Australia. Dr. Asar-Duku. Courtney Barnes. Dr. Barnes' thesis is entitled Improving the Dietary Intake of Children Attending Centre-Based Childcare in New South Wales, Australia. Dr. Barnes. Maurice Bartholomew's. Dr. Bartholomew's thesis is entitled Physiological Markers of Early Life Stress, Possible Indicators of Chronic Pain, Diathesis. Grace Louise Burns. Dr. Burns' thesis is entitled Characterising the immunopathology of functional dyspepsia. Dr. Burns. Guy Cameron. Dr. Cameron's thesis is entitled Understanding the Role of Group 2 Innate Lymphoid Cells and Mucosal Cytokines in the Urinary Tract Injury Infection. Dr. Cameron. Rebecca Collins. Dr. Collins' thesis is entitled Addictive Eating in Adults, an investigation into treatment, experience, and the feasibility of personality-targeted intervention. Dr. Collins. Emily Ford. Dr. Ford's thesis is entitled A Diversified Approach to Improving Fertility Outcomes, Understanding Women's Fertility Knowledge through apps and primordial follicle activation in granulosa cells. Dr. Ford. Liana Green. Dr. Green's thesis is entitled Life Stories, Death Stories, Connecting with the Unique Death Narratives of Care Providers in Residential Aged Care Facilities in Australia. Dr. Green. Soraya Harvey. Dr. Harvey's thesis is entitled Maternal Nutritional Status and the Respiratory Health Outcomes of High-Risk Offspring. Dr. Harvey. Mohammed Nuruzaman Khan. Dr. Khan's thesis is entitled Effects of Unintended Pregnancy on Maternal Healthcare Services Use in Bangladesh. Dr. Khan. Nakul Kumari. Dr. Kumari's thesis is entitled A Global Ecohydric Geomorphic Analysis in Aspect-Driven Semi-Arid Ecosystems. Dr. Kumari. Natalie Neeson. Dr. Neeson's thesis is entitled Investigating Aberrant Inflammatory Signalling in Asthma. Dr. Neeson. Yishi Chow. Dr. Chow's thesis is entitled Small Molecule Screening to Discover the Ligands of Glucose-Regulated Protein 78 and Aldehyde Oxidase 1 Inhibitors for the respective treatment of cancer and oxidative stress-induced pregnancy complications. Dr. Chow. Xu Ren. Dr. Ren's thesis is entitled Potential Cardioprotective Effect of Pneumococcal Vaccine. Dr. Ren. Mohammed Shah Sherez. Dr. Sherez's thesis is entitled A Fundamental Study on Pre-Mixed Methane Air-Flamed Propagation Dynamics in Straight-Long Ducks. Dr. Sherez. Ankur Srivastava. Dr. Srivastava's thesis is entitled Climate, Soil, Vegetation Interactions, Eco-Hydrogeomorphic Inferences from Landscape Evolution. Dr. Srivastava. Natasha Winter. Dr. Winter's thesis is entitled Characteristics of the Airway Systemic Innate Inflammation Axis in COPD and Severe Asthma. Dr. Winter. Congratulations to these high degree research graduates. Chancellor, I now present graduates who have satisfied the requirements of the Postgraduate Award. Graduating with the Master of Clinical Epidemiology, Shilpi Viad. Graduating with the Master of Family Studies with Distinction, Paul Graham. Graduating with the Master of Family Studies, Deirdre King. Graduating with the Master of Public Health with Distinction, Shuke Abdurrahim S.A.Lumani. Yvette Ellis. Sandru Feltham. Hashan Fernando. Ilana Glasic. Cecily Moore. Susan O'Keefe. Sophie Ottaviano. Alexander Payne. Voltaire Kewazi. Angela Quinn. Raman Jo Siestras. Solomon Wright. Graduating with the Master of Public Health, Talupe Mercy Akambi. Eric Stara. Graduating with a Master of Traumatology with distinction, Nicole Altman. Gabrielle Francis. Emma Spicer. Chilap Nicholas Tang. Graduating with the Master of Traumatology, Ali Moaz. Rachel Woods. Graduating with the Master of Workplace Health and Safety with distinction, Brian George. Graduating with the Master of Business Administration Global, Lee Shancock. Graduating with a Graduate Certificate in Public Health, Jacinta Marama. Chancellor, now I present graduates who have satisfied the requirements for an undergraduate award, graduating with a Bachelor of Health. Lisa Brown. Sarah Hall. Rhiannon Heiss Harvey. Graduating with the Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science Honours, Diagnostic Radiography, Brianna Prescott Lord. Blake Smith. Graduating with a Bachelor of Medical Radiation Science Honours, Radiation Therapy, Serena Brower. Graduating with a Bachelor of Medical Science Honours with Honours Class 1 and a Bachelor of Medicine with distinction, Georgia Brown. Graduating with a Bachelor of Medical Science and a Doctor of Medicine, Jordan Adley. Anne Mary Amber. Parvathy Anthan. Carl Ashworth. Anne-Marie Orban. Annika Birmingham. Michael Bishop. Jonathan Burke. Sue Kia. Kaylin Chu. Emily Kultas. Neha Dave. Marcus Delure. Cheyenne Debnath. Grace Dennis. Rosanna Diachi. Ario Dippo. Jacqueline Duplessis. Ayusha Dutta. Georgina Elton. Charlotte England. Alicia Evans. Sun Ho William Fong. Yasmin Foster. Bridget Fredericks. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates at this time.
Thank you, Professor Sullivan. We'll now enjoy a short musical interlude by Raymond Kelly, performing with the Yidaki. Mr. Kelly is an Indigenous Student Recruitment Officer at this university. Thanks, Ray. Thank you, Ray. I continue to be amazed. It's amazing. I'd now call on Professor Sullivan to continue presenting graduates. Thank you, Liz.
Chancellor, I present graduating with a Bachelor of Medical Science and Doctor of Medicine, Eugene Han. Christopher Henry. Simon Hickey. Madeline Hobbs. June Hong. Genevieve Hopkins. Sophie Hugh. Amanda Hunt. Ashad Issa. Paula Jacobson. Don Jaya Warden. Daniel Geong. Scott Johnson Geldzinis. Harish Kamalathan. Tara Cannon. Maninda Kaur. Bronwyn Kirk. Ramya Komanini. William Kwan Hole. Thomas Hoang Lee. Jocelyn Ledger. Lee Suon Lee. Jack Maloof. Matthew Martin. Jessica McGuinness. Sarat Krishna Menon. Jenna Mitchell. Juan Morales Franco. Corey Morgan. Mia Moses. G. Keeney. Sean Ong. Amelia Nielsen. Christopher O'Donoghue. Adam Perkovic. Alexander Pinheiro. Kishanti Pongampalam. Benjamin Prangay-Meyer. Virhun Premkumar. Madeline Record. Alexandra Selden. Hannah Smith. Ahmed Suleiman. Isabel Temperley. Sandrine Terry. Benjamin Trigg. James Williams. Kimberly Williams. Claudia Yarad. Nicholas Young. Victor Yu. Sherry Chen. Alexandra Marzol. Anthony Salib. Graduating with a Bachelor of Medicine, Ishan Barrow. Anshipdeep Singh Dhaliwal. Elisa Edmondson. Matthew Fuji. Thomas Hooper. Stephen Kowal. Claudia Lawson. Nathan Marr. Benjamin Oosthuizen. Jade Ryan. Ashley Smith. Junaid Syed. Seeing Yang Timothy Richard Tan. Erin Armstrong. Tanita Haynes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Arts with distinction, Martin Bartholomews. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business with distinction and a Bachelor of Innovation and Entrepreneurship with distinction, Kate Symes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Business, Haoqi Zhen Sheng. Graduating with a Bachelor of Communication with distinction, Kiera Leather. Graduating with a Bachelor of Communication, James Forgax. Graduating with a Bachelor of Construction Management Building Honours with Honours Class 2 Division 1, Emma Lynn. Graduating with a Bachelor of Design Architecture with distinction, Emma Rank. Kate Stone. Emily Symes. Graduating with a Bachelor of Design Architecture, Jordan Begg. Kate Hackett. Caleb Nixon. Ariel Ryan. Graduating with a Bachelor of Education Primary, Lucy Byrne. Shaden Thompson. Graduating with a Bachelor of Social Science, Douglas Cropper. Seriana Ravoy. Graduating with the Bachelor of Social Work Honours with Honours Class 1, Taylor Jade Taggart. Graduating with a Bachelor of Teaching Humanities Honours, Isabel Kikuri. Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates.
Thank you, Professor Sullivan. I now invite Sandra Feltham, who is graduating today with a Master of Public Health with distinction, to speak on behalf of the graduates. Thank you, Sandra.
Thank you. Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of the Council, staff of the University, family and friends of graduates, and most importantly, graduates. I'm both honoured and grateful to be speaking today on behalf of the graduates from the School of Medicine and Public Health and a few others that got in there as well at the end. My lifelong journey in learning has been quite varied and reflective of my quite eclectic approach. It looks interesting. That looks interesting over there as well. I'm a registered nurse. I'm a midwife. I have tertiary qualifications in human geography, urban and regional planning, half a degree in landscape architecture. I've worked in health and local government sectors. Along the way, I've had 3 children. There are 2 grandchildren outside waiting for a photo with Nana. And they're outside for a good reason. What could possibly have gone wrong with some toddlers up the front? Anyway, all of those threads came together for me in my Masters, and I thoroughly enjoyed the degree. For all of us, getting here has been a journey above and beyond what could be considered normal circumstances, as we've studied and sought to master our disciplines throughout a global pandemic now in its 3rd year. This pandemic has impacted on all of us, our families, our communities, and our countries, through lockdowns, virtual lectures, and no doubt some difficult personal circumstances. You are here today. Well done. And now your work really begins. Winston Churchill said that healthy citizens are the greatest asset that any country can have. The contribution of public health and medical science to understanding and responding to a rapidly evolving coronavirus has been immense, but this pandemic too will pass. However, the fault lines of inequity across the world have been highlighted by the pandemic as we face a range of complex and interrelated crises that impact on countries in different ways, not just through the social determinants of health and health inequity, but also ecological, political, commercial, and digital determinants and inequities. These challenges include climate change, biodiversity loss, pollution, rapid urbanisation, geopolitical conflict and militarisation, demographic change, population displacement, poverty. Misinformation is rife. The World Health Organization released the Geneva Charter for Wellbeing in December 2021. This charter has a vision and a commitment for achieving equitable health now and for future generations without breaching ecological limits. Throughout your career, because of the skills you have acquired and the disciplines you will be working in, you will have stewardship for equitable health and wellbeing outcomes wherever you are, across your communities, your cultures and your countries, and embedded in your practice, your policies and your research. So go forth and work towards a better future. Congratulations to each and every graduate today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandra, for a very powerful speech. We don't often have somebody who is qualified in almost all of the fields in which our graduates have presented today. And you know, I must make the observation, because you've shared your journey with us. You know, we talk as though it's a modern concept, the idea of through-life education, but you really are a living example of what that can bring and the tremendous impact it can have. You're very, very correct in saying your fellow graduates and you have the ability to make a difference and move us all towards more equitable health. So that was a very powerful speech, and I thank you sincerely for it. To our audience, I hope you've all enjoyed today's ceremony, and I thank you for joining in the university community's celebration of the awarding of degrees. I invited you to make a bit of noise, and I've got to say, I thought it was just about the right amount of noise, so congratulations. It's always a relief when it's about the right amount. Before I declare the ceremony concluded, though, I'd like to ask that the graduates this time remain seated, and that everyone in the audience and my colleagues up here with me stand and join me in applauding their wonderful achievement. Thank you. Thank you all very much. I now declare the ceremony concluded and invite you to join in a graduate reception in the Brennan Room to continue celebrating this very special event together. Graduates, for the last time, congratulations, sincere congratulations. We believe you're equipped with the knowledge and the values to do wonderful things. So go out there and make a difference. Thank you.